Hi everyone and good afternoon. Welcome back to northern Mexico. Today we're in a new city called Torreon, in a new state as well called Coahuila. Two words which are incredibly difficult to pronounce. Now, when I told people I was coming here, I was basically told three things. Number one, don't come here. Number two, there's nothing to do. And number three, it's a bit of a crap hole. But you know what? I think you should know me by now. I don't listen to that bullshit. I take things with a pinch of salt and I make up my own mind when I get here. Beep. And today is extremely hot. This quite possibly could be the hottest video I've ever done. And I don't mean porn. It's like Monterey heat, absolutely sweltering. If I was in the UK, I'd say, I'm sweating me tits off. We're going to Centro to explore. Let's go. Interesting introduction to Torreon. I've already walked through one kind of, it wasn't really a protest, I think it was like a campaign for a local governor or something, I'm not quite sure. This one's different, there are different flags. What is PAN? Is it a protest about bread? Probably not. I'm gonna have to Google this afterwards and put it on the screen. Super Chido, that's what I saw earlier. Yeah, Luis Fernando Salazar. Is that oh yeah, Municipal Presidente, I guess, mayor, local mayor, right? Right, I'm off that main street, which I'm kind of glad about because it's mildly chaotic. And you're not going to believe this. What does Torreon, at least that part of Torreon, remind me of? The legendary Ciudad Neza, because there are these like big red statues, like the ones that were in Neza, the coyote statue, and also the one in Chimalhuacan. And it's just got that same kind of feel, you know. I'm not going to say the word vibe. Centro is up there, so let's go. So first impressions of Torreon, I feel like it's a city of two halves or even quarters. There seems to be an immense spread of wealth here. So coming from the bus station last night, I know, you know, bus station areas are going to be a little bit sketchy and run down, but that's exactly what it was. Buildings were dilapidated, clearly a certain degree of poverty there. And I'm not going to say I was shocked because I'm not a 12-year-old, but it was moderately intriguing. And then coming here towards Centro, I guess it seems a bit more medium, if you know what I mean. Is Torreon an example of a city in a country where it doesn't receive appropriate investment? You get that in every country. I don't know. I must say the architecture here is quite striking. You've got this big brown sign there, big squares with these modern buildings in the background. I think that's Plaza Mayor we're in. You've got fountains everywhere, big hand over there, a statue for Benito Juarez, and more government buildings, I guess. It kind of reminds me of Havana, weirdly. What's going on with these big squares? And there should be a flag up there, I imagine, but it's not there today. And also there is kind of a feel of United States. The further north I go, the more US it kind of feels like. We're in Plaza de Armas, the main like square in the middle of the city. I believe there are like 4 fountains around the outside. Is this Mexico? It doesn't feel like a regular like Plaza de Armas or Central Square. It's just got kind of a different feeling. The buildings around the outside are much more kind of, I can't put my finger on it. This was something I wanted to do. It's Canal de la Perla. It's like a canal under the ground. I through the city that originally brought water to Torreon, but it's closed. There's a padlock on the door and the gate down there is also closed. I think it's apparently been closed for security reasons, that's the word, if I can get it out. So we're going to go to this market instead. Whenever I come into these random markets, I always have a flashback to Tepito, Mexico City. But I know nothing about this one, so I'm going in it without fear, you know. There was no fear anyway with Tepito. What am I talking about? But it's just got the same kind of stuff as usual, you know, pretty much junk souvenir stuff. It's quite large. There's another section of it. Well, let's cross the road into this other part. I'm on the hunt for food, not a bag, not a scorpion. I'm not going to have gorditas because we had them previously. There's choriqueso, frijoles con queso. I'm going to have lonches. I believe it's like lunch. Could be wrong. I think it's like a massive sandwich.
Lonches de carne, jamón y adobada.
Ah, carne, solo carne. Sí, gracias. Oh, mostaza. Mayonesa. Oh, yeah. Takes the middle out, fills it with mayonnaise. And mustard. So I have lonches, whatever that is, with fresca in a bottle, I might add, from an abuelita in Torreon. What more could you ask for? It's like a massive torta, I guess. I'm going to take the onions out because I don't like onions, but everything else looks good. Oh my god, look. So I think it's pork. I've got jalapenos, lettuce, tomato, onion, you name it. And as I said before when you saw the abuelita preparing it, one of the sides of it has got loads of mayonnaise and the other bit under there has got a load of mustard. And she takes the bread out to put it in there. Apparently this is enough for 2 people, but you know what? I have the stomach of an elephant. Oh my god, look at the actual size of this. It's the same size as my head. Maybe it is enough for 2 people. Very meaty. And lots of bread. The thing I don't like about like tortas is the fact that there is too much bread. So I don't normally have them very much, or things like this, but you know what? Look at the bread on the bottom. It's like proper homemade. Is it like artisan bread? I don't know. It's not like just a bread roll you get from a supermarket. I think this sort of food just goes to show. Prepared by an abuelita in a cocina económica, economic kitchen, right? It's so good. And we talk about these, you know, gourmet restaurants and stuff in, I'm not going to mention any places, but this, you know, you can come to somewhere like this, have food prepared by a local in a market. This amazing bread, it's filling, it's tasty, it's affordable, it's exceptional. Also, I think I might be a convert to jalapenos, because normally I don't really like them. I kind of pizza, I normally take them off, but the jalapenos in this really give it a bit of a kick. Love it. Right, praise be to Moctezuma, Quetzalcoatl, and all the other lot, because that food was bloody brilliant, like double a huevo. It was gorgeous. I'm not exaggerating. It proper filled me up. Anyway, just went past another one of them access or bits for the canal, also closed, so it's definitely closed. So the last stop on this video, we've done backup food. That was closed, and now we're going to go to the other one. God, this is confusing. Let's go. On the way there, it's on that sign, doesn't take a genius where I'm going. I just wanted to say that Torreon is another example of these places in Mexico that just feels undiscovered in terms of foreigners, because I feel like I'm the only one here. People kind of look at me with a bizarre, perplexed look on their face, like what the hell is this English guy doing here? Oh, look at that artwork on the building. But that's a good thing, and it's kind of like, I feel like I'm in a place where I have a valuable opportunity to kind of experience somewhere that isn't so commonly visited. Look at those bloody mountains. This is Paseo Morelos. It's like a pedestrianised, although cars do come down here, pedestrianised bit. But anyway, we're going to go to the Teleférico. I just fell down a hole, brilliant. As you can see, we're at the Teleférico. Kind of very colourful, isn't it? And look, it's not like a steep incline, at least it doesn't look like that. You saw earlier the shots of the cable cars going up. So it kind of goes very low across the city. I'm really intrigued. I know it's another Teleférico. Oh, it's a dead bird. You okay, Han? Look, this is really colourful. Teleférico something. Oh, tickets. I'm not going to talk on there because these people are going to be on there, and if I talk to the camera, I'll look like a weirdo. So you'll just get some nice views, alright? Okay, the woman just told me that 6 is the last one down. It's now 5, so I've got an hour. There's plenty of time. Can't really see what I'm looking at, but Torreón sign, lovely. And this big thing here is like, I think it's like a tourist thing that's meant to represent the Holy Land. And there is something that you might have just seen. Yes, he's just disappearing behind the building. Now that Teleférico was a bit like Charlie's great glass elevator down to hell because it was so hot. I've never sweated so much in my life. Sweat so much. But who gives a toss? Because this view is, I'm going to try not to swear, effing amazing. Bloody look at it. This is what I call an Easter egg. This is season 6, episode 5. In season 5, episode 5, in Toluca, we had something called Tacos de Obispo, which means bishop. Yeah, that guy's a bishop. He's got a bishop's hat on. I don't need a drone. I am the drone. Just look at this view. This is possibly the best view from a Teleférico. And by the way, that one had a glass bottom, like the one in Zacatecas, which was also red. Maybe it was made by the same company, I don't know. But you can see in the middle there, you know, these modern buildings. Obviously, I'm not saying that Mexico doesn't have modern buildings, because that's stupid. But normally in a place like this, you'd kind of see a lot of churches and these colourful buildings and things, but it's kind of not like that. It's different, it's unique in a way. Perhaps there are other places like this in northern Mexico that I haven't been to yet, and probably that will be the case as well, but this is kind of my induction in a way to proper northern Mexico. You can hear the trains in the background. This is absolutely breathtaking. I am quite emotional. We're so high up. You can see the trains down there. Look at it. There's Mary. Cristo. Wow, there he is. This is actually called Cerro de los Noas. Noas, I think, is a type of cactus which I'm going to try and find, because there's also an interesting story behind it concerning England. Shit. Look at that. I'm sorry there's swearing in this video, but you know, it's a good place to come if there is swearing. It's warranted. Look at the mountains coming onto where the houses and things are in buildings. What's that big thing in the middle there? Is that like some sort of coal thing? I don't know. Looks like some sort of power station. You can hear like religious chanting. It better not be copyrighted music. But I've seen the thing that I'm looking for down there, the Noas cactuses, and they're also called Queen Victoria because it was Thomas More, a poet or author, etc., lyricist, that named this cactus after Queen Victoria. I don't really know why. That's the information I couldn't find. Is it because it kind of looks like regal? I don't know. You can imagine it like as a bit of a crown on her head, or a corona. It's too soon, right? This Christ is supposedly the third highest in Latin America, the highest being Christ the Redeemer in Rio de Janeiro in Brazil. It's also supposedly the highest in North America. But hang on a minute. Now, I could be wrong, but I'm going to dispute that, and this is where the Mexico snob comes out, because 2 years ago I was in Pachuca, Hidalgo. I'm going to put some shots over the top now. That was 33 meters tall, this is 22 meters tall, just saying. But does, of course, that include the base? The one in Pachuca has a big base, this doesn't. It's right to the floor, but even without that, I think, at least from my brain, which can't always be relied upon, this feels smaller. I don't know, but whatever, it doesn't really matter. It's a Christ, right? And I'm at the top of Torreón. This is an invaluable life moment. Somewhere I would probably never ever come, but I'm here. What a day. I didn't think this video would be a what a day video, but can I just say that I think Torreón just went top tier. That was unexpected, and it just goes to show, you know, places that people slag off, when people are negative about places, then you come somewhere and you've got a flipping hill with a Jesus up it with a teleférico, and people that live here can do that. They can come up here every day. All I had in England was a fish and chip shop. And I'm down. And I wanted to go back to what I said earlier to finish this, and that is about the fact that even though people who come here might think it's shit, and even people who live here might think it's shit, but you know what? Coming here for one day, as a foreigner, as a tourist, I've enjoyed myself. It's been good, and actually it's valuable. It's an invaluable experience, because one day I might be sitting there when I'm 8 years old. I was going to say with a house full of grandchildren, but it's going to be a house full of cats, let's face it. And it comes up on a quiz show saying about, what's this random place in Mexico where you can get lunches and there's a teleférico and all that, and it will be Torreón. And I can say, I went there years ago. So remember that when you want to go to places and all your friends say, no, it's crap, don't go there. You know what you say to them? Bollocks, and go where you want. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to catch the next one. Do that thingy bob down there. End screens are over there. The next video is going to be extremely challenging, probably the most challenging one I've ever done, and I'm moderately scared. That never happens. So tune in next time by clicking subscribe. I think that's it. I'll catch you later.
I am a cannonball shooting